Hello students, now let's see the diagram of the chapter number 6 because all the diagram of this chapter is very important. Whenever any question is asked related to diagram and the 4 marks question, then you have to draw the diagram as well. Let's start with the first diagram. The first diagram, that is of a stomata. In that you have to draw two bean shaped structure. Here you can see both the bean shaped structure, that is known as a guard cell, which is these both are the guard cell, which is generally regulate the opening and the closing of the stomata. Then after this, both the guard cell are surrounded by the epithelial cell. This green color portion is known as the epithelial part. While they asking the write down of the structure of the stomata, in that case only one figure is enough. But if the question is that write down the opening and the closing of the stomata, then you have to draw both the structure, opening of the stomata as well as the closing of the stomata. I hope this figure will help you out. Here you can see this is the opening of the stomata and this figure is for the closing of the stomata. Now let's see the next image. The next image, it is of the nutrition in amoeba. In that you have to describe the 5 stages of the nutrition: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. In that you have to draw how the nutrition pattern, how the amoeba takes the food and then after digest, then absorb, assimilate and eject. By these 4 diagram, first diagram you have to draw the structure of the nucleus, structure of the amoeba with the nucleus, and you have to denote the little food particles as you see in the first figure. Then after, in the second case, by the forming of the 2 finger like projection called the pseudopodia, with the help of the pseudopodia, amoeba is hold the food. After the holding the food, the third figure, it denoted that the formation of the food vacuoles. Then after, you can see in the last figure that the food particles are absorbed, digest, absorb, and at the last the egestion process is there. Here the egestion process is not denoted, but if you want to draw the diagram, then you can rupture the cell membrane and some of the particles you can draw. Here you can see the amoeba, how the amoeba's nutrition is occur, that by the forming of the pseudopodia, the extension of the cell membrane capture the food, then the take the food vacuoles is generated, then the digestion of the food in the food vacuoles occurs, then the undigested food are thrown outside the body. It is also denoted by the arrow as well. You can draw same as it is in the exam as well, but you have to write down in detail all the steps. Now let's see the human digestive system. Here you can see the human digestive system. Here one thing is missing, that is salivary gland. Here you can mention the salivary gland. The mouth is there, that opening starting of the digestive system, it is from the mouth. And tongue, if you want to denote it, then it is okay. Then the mouth is open into the esophagus. This pipe is known as the esophagus. The esophagus is open into the stomach. Then after the stomach is open into this small intestine, and this small intestine is open into the large intestine, and the large intestine is open into the anus. Along with this alimentary canal, some supportive, or you can say the accessory glands, which is also takes place in a digestive system. In that you have to draw the liver, gallbladder and pancreas. Here you can see the liver. This is the gallbladder where the bile juice is stored, and here this is the portion between the stomach and this large intestine. This is called the pancreas. So these things you have to draw in the human alimentary canal as well as in the digestive system. Now let's see the another figure, that is a human respiratory system. In that you have to draw the human respiratory system. For it is start with the nose. So from the nose is open into the nasal cavity. Then it is further converted into pharynx to larynx. After this larynx, this tube-like structure that is called the trachea. Trachea is divided into the two parts when it is entered to the lungs. Then it is known as a bronchi. This each bronchi, this is called the bronchi, and each bronchi goes under to the lungs and again divided. Then it is known as a bronchioles. This each bronchioles end into the sac-like structure is known as a alveoli. And as you know, the function of the alveoli, the exchange of the gas. During the inhale process, this diaphragm is come at the below side. So the gas get the enough space to come inside. While the exhale, this diaphragm go upside. So this way the breathing process is occur. Now the next figure, that is of human heart. You can see the structure of human heart over here. In that you have to first draw the right atrium, left atrium, right ventricles and left ventricle. As we denoted the deoxygenated part with the blue color, and the oxygenated blood which is denoted by the red color. As you can see, this is both the right and the left part of the heart that is divided by this one membrane that is called the septum. Now see, the upper and the lower vena cava both takes the deoxygenated blood from the body and it releases into the right atrium. This is called the right atrium. Here you can see. Then after, this is called the valve. This valve open and this all the bloods came into the right ventricles. Now, by the pulmonary arteries, this deoxygenated blood is go to the purification into the lungs. While in the left side, the pulmonary arteries from the lungs carries the deoxygenated blood and it's carry deoxygenated blood and open into the left atrium. While the valve is open, this left atrium oxygenated blood comes into the left ventricle. Again pumping occur and this oxygenated blood is carried to the body by the aorta. So these kind of things you have to show in the figure of the blood. Now let's see the double circulation in the blood. As previous figure, we can see the function of the heart and the structure of the heart. Now, if the ask write down the double circulation of the blood, then you have to draw this figure. In that, you have to draw the lungs and body parts. Here you can see by the vena cava, the deoxygenated blood from the body parts is carried to the right atrium. Then after it goes to the right ventricles. Then by the pulmonary artery, it is carry this deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Here the gas exchange there, oxygen is taken by the capillaries and the CO2 that is inhaled. Then the oxygenated blood, it is carried from the lungs by the pulmonary veins and it is open into the left atrium. This left atrium then passes this oxygenated blood to the left ventricles. Here by the aorta, this left ventricles open into the aorta and aorta carries the oxygenated blood to the all part of the body. So, this process is known as a double circulation because in the one cycle 2 times bloods are circulated. Now let's see the human excretory system. As we already study in the human excretory system, the main unit of excretion, that is kidney. Here you can see both the side, the kidney are denoted. From the kidney, one tubular structure is arise, that is known as, here you can see, from each kidney, the 2 pipe-like structure is arise, that is called the ureter. This ureter is open into the sac-like structure called the urinary bladder. This urinary bladder is open into the aorta. Now, including it, you have to draw the aorta and the adrenaline gland. Here you can see the 2 cup-like structure which is on the side of upper side of the kidney, that is called the adrenaline gland, and this red color that is carries the blood, oxygenated blood, that is known as the aorta. As we already study in the human heart, the function of aorta to carry the oxygenated blood, and while this blue color, that is inferior vena cava, which is take the deoxygenated blood. Now, the figure of nephron. If in the examination asks that write down the structure of the nephron and also write down the function of each part of the nephron, then you have to write down the answer along with the figure. In that, you have to draw first this cup-shaped structure called the Bowman's capsule. As you know that the Bowman's capsule contains the glomerulus, a blood vessels known as a glomerulus. Then this short portion that is known as a neck, and then after it is converted into the proximal convolular tubule. Then after, this loop-shaped structure called the Hanel's loop. This Hanel's loop is go and then it is converted into the collecting tube. Here you have to mention the Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, proximal convolular tubules, Hanel's loop, distal convolular tubules and collecting duct. Now, by the arteriole, whatever the blood which is we have to purify, that is carried by the afferent arteriole. If you don't want to describe it, then it is okay, but from the Bowman's capsule to this portion that you have to draw properly.